Yo, 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 it's Quabina the Kapo doing a little check-in. You know what it is. You good?
Quabina, oh my, so nice, so fine, so fine. Oh my, so nice, so fine, so fine. Oh my, so nice, so fine, so fine.
Alright, Quabina, it's been a pretty exciting year for you so far. We see you have some upcoming projects. Want to go ahead and discuss those. And also your past projects that you've recently dropped. But before we get into the music, we want to get to know a little bit more about you.
Okay.
So, Quabina, how'd you come up with your stage name?
My stage name is my actual name, is my middle name. I'm from Ghana. The naming system is like we name by each day. So I was born on a Tuesday, so it's Quabina. It's spelled Kwabena, but I changed it because stage presence, and you can't have everything out there. So that's how I came up with Quabina.
We see that your songs are about, your love life, women. What's your type? The ladies want to know.
I don't have a type. If I catch a vibe and if I vibe with you, that's what it is. I like them pretty, humble. You just gotta be funny, and we could chill. You know what I'm saying?
Also, diving more into who Quabina is. Do you consider yourself an introverted, extrovert? Sometimes in your music, we kind of get a mix of both. So, what do you consider?
I'm in the middle. I can be around people and I can conversate. I like talking to new people, but most of the time I like being by myself because I don't really like drama. I stay out of drama. If it's not my business, I'm saying, none of my business, I'm not gonna be in it. I'm mostly introverted, but I can be an extrovert too.
You said that you're from Ghana.
Yes, ma'am.
Who are some of your favorite Ghanaian music artists?
There's a lot, Afrobeats is, part of who I am. Throughout my music, you can see some type of Afrobeats or, something from back home. I listen to a lot of people. I don't really have a specific influence. Most of my influence comes from just generally the culture. It's who I am, so I can't, leave it behind. I introduce it in my music some type of way, whether it's through my clothing, the way I talk, the way I dress, the way I just carry myself. That's where that comes from.
And going off of culture, what are some of your favorite aspects of your culture?
Just being African is just dope. It's just different. There's so many things that, Americans don't know about the African culture that is so dope. We have a culture that is like, you can tell when somebody's African because of just the way they speak, the way they talk, the way they move, the way, they generally live their life. From the language to the food to the music, everything.
What's it like being in America and just having to experience the different cultures?
I mean, at first it was a culture shock. I came out of nowhere and I just got, thrown into a whole different culture. It was very, very difficult at first, adjusting to everything. But eventually I got used to it and, I became part of it and I, grew to love it, so.
So when did you come to Virginia? Did you come straight here or did you move around?
I came to Virginia because, my dad had lived here, but I lived in Woodbridge at first. Then I came to Fredericksburg. Then this is where we've been since 7 years ago. And we've been here for a long time, so.
What are some of the differences about American culture that you like that are different from Ghanaian culture?
I mean, just the Black American culture. Strengthening from the struggle, slavery and all types of things that, has, influenced the culture in so many ways that, I'm proud of, and then I'm proud to be, I wouldn't say specifically African American, but, I'm just proud to be Black.
Do you study any American artists?
I study a lot. I like all types of genres, so I have to, put myself in different spaces and different music. The greats, Chris Brown, Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, the basic people at the top that, everybody knows. So that's where I mostly get my inspiration and not necessarily influence, but my inspiration from.
Do you think that there's a big difference between the American music industry or entertainment industry to the Ghanaian industry?
Yes, there's a really, really big difference. I mean, there's a big difference in such a way that our music is more of a vibe. I mean, now you're seeing more of the African culture being brought here, so it's kind of getting mashed together in some type of way. But I say there's a really big difference.
Well, diving deeper into your music, what does your family, how did they perceive your music when you started to make it? What do they think about it?
My family, I have their support. I mean, there was a point where there was a certain disconnect there, but my mom supported me 100%. But you know, my dad had to come around, and he started realizing that I actually want it, you know, and I want to pursue it, and you know, started, you know, being more supportive of me. And I really appreciate that, because if I don't have the support, I wouldn't be able to, you know, show my full potential. You feel me? So yeah.
How do you go about just making your music, like mixing and mastering, choosing beats?
I wouldn't say I have a specific style. Choosing my beats, I want something that grabs attention, you know, that will make you move, the rhythm to everything about the beat. My music comes from a place of either I'm telling a story or it's an experience. I always try and make sure I put that in my music.
You've been known to produce or assist with a couple of tracks. One of our artists that we did interview was 10K.Zuri, and you worked on the track Breaking Free with her. Do you like try to branch off into production, like producing wise?
Initially, it wasn't my goal. Initially, I wasn't gonna produce, but there was a certain point where I got really mad and angry at somebody who was producing my songs, and it wasn't, he would take too long to send it to me, and it wasn't, when he sent it to me, it wasn't what I wanted. You feel me? So I would send it back and be like, do it better. So I got mad at a certain point. I was like, you know, I can do this better. You feel me? I can do it myself. So I definitely am interested in production and producing my own music, because then it gives you a sense of fulfillment. You feel me? Because you're building everything from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? Yourself.
What type of tools and software do you use for production wise?
I use FL Studio. I use Audio Technica, and you know, the basic stuff for, you know, just a general good sound of, you know, a song.
You have some really catchy cover art. Do you make the cover art yourself, or do you reach out to anybody, or is it all you?
I make the cover art myself mostly, but this next album that I'm putting out, I didn't make it myself. You know, I wanted to, you know, see what else somebody can do. So I paid for them to make the cover art for me, but most of everything I've done myself, because, you know, I'm an artist too. I paint and stuff, so I try to always incorporate my art into my music.
What other talents or creative processes do you think you're going to get into? Like, do you think you're going to get into like modeling, acting?
I definitely wanted to do modeling, and I went to like school and I got trained a little bit. And I definitely want to do modeling and acting for a little bit.
Going off of modeling, you're known for like really good style. Like, what inspires you style-wise?
My style comes from a place of me not caring too much and not caring what people think. It came from like high school and just finding myself. It's kind of like a streetwear style. Like, it's just a combination of different styles together, you feel me? Put together to make one, to make it my own, you know? So that's basically that.
So we see that you have a new project coming up. What's the name of the new project?
The new project is called Before I Close My Eyes.
And how'd you come up with the name?
The name was inspired by things you think about before you go to sleep. Like, after you're done with the day and you're just laying in your bed, the thoughts that go in your head before you go to sleep. So throughout the songs, it shows you what I think about before, you know, I go to sleep. Whether it's through my love life or stories, like I'm a storyteller, you feel me? Through my music. So you see that throughout this whole thing. These are all the things that go through my head before, you know, I sleep and I close my eyes. So that's where that comes from.
What inspired the cover art?
The cover art was inspired by glowing in the dark type stuff. Like with the eyes, it glows, it was gold, you feel me? So I just wanted something that is recognizable.
How long did it take you to finish the whole album?
Throughout quarantine, to be honest. I make music almost every day. I make sure I knock out 2 or 3. When I get inspired, it has to just go and just, I have to like put it out there. I always make sure that I have what is in my head onto, you know, the software so that I have it. So that's where most of the songs came from. Yeah.
What can we expect from the new album?
Just expect a variety of me, whether it's hip hop, R&B, slow songs, fast songs, whatever. I like different genres and I don't limit myself because I'm an artist, so I don't limit myself to one thing. So just expect pure R&B and pure hip hop. You feel me?
What's one thing that you want your listeners and fans to take away from just your music in general and just, you know, Quabina is?
I make music to spark an emotion, you know? Because if it doesn't spark an emotion, I didn't do my job. You feel me? And I want you to feel something, take something from my music.
So who's one of your favorite artists to collab with so far?
My favorite artist is all of them. All of them are my favorite artists, you know? I wouldn't make songs with people. People hit me up about collabs all the time, but if I check out your music and it's not up to par with, not to sound like cocky, but I don't just put my voice in anything, you feel me? So it's just like, these people are the people that I've chosen that I know that are really talented, that I want to show the world, you feel me?
Do you think like some people could perceive your music or just you as like cocky the way, you know, how you just let yourself in some songs?
I know my potential, you know? I know who I am. If I make a statement in my music, whether it's cocky or it's whatever, that's just me, that's just my personality. I'm here to tell you about me and I'm here to let you know that this is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So if it's cocky, it is, I don't really care, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I just hope they're inspired by that, to be confident in themselves, to be able to, you know, do their own thing with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my music is supposed to spark an emotion. You feel me? If it doesn't spark an emotion, I didn't do my job.
Do you have anything else to say to your fans?
I have a lot to say as an artist, and I just hope you guys open your ears to, you know, listen and, you know, pay attention and recognize the talents, you know, the people that are actually talented enough to put songs out there. I just want you guys to open your ears and just listen. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas is trash, and I ain't scared to say that. Niggas is garbage, you know what I'm saying? You gotta pay attention to people that have real talent and or have real potential. So I just want my fans to just open their ears and just listen, and especially with the people, the artists that are on the album. These are very, very talented people that I want to be recognized and I want to bring to light. So I just want my fans to love the music and just tell me what you love about it, talk about it, you know what I'm saying? So that's basically that. Thank you for, you know, tuning in, and I hope you enjoy my album. Peace.
A little shawty, a little baby.